Evening, konbanwa, fellow World of Warship Blitz captain and commanders. Once again, this is Akeno Misaki-san from World of Warship Blitz Asia server. Alright, today I will be doing the aircraft carrier, some tutorials, basic tutorials, equipment modification, knowledge and the tips itself, plus also some tips, tactical advantage, knowledge, plus some knowledge for the ship itself to you guys. Because recently I just made the Akatsuki Chan video, which was the 2 days ago, and received some feedbacks that some of you guys want me to do aircraft carrier tutorial and gameplay video, so I decided to make one for you guys. So right now I'll be explaining the Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier, some equipment modifications, knowledge, and the tips itself. Alright, so here we have is the Hosho Tier 4 Hosho aircraft carrier. This Hosho aircraft carrier, I can say, is much better than the US aircraft carrier Langley, because Hosho carry one time dive bomber itself and one time torpedo bomber. Unlike that, Langley carry 2 time dive bomber, which is have a slightly disadvantage because Langley only carry dive bombers and the chances of hit on the enemy ships itself is by the random number generator, which is we call known as RNG itself. And for the Hosho is more likely different because Hosho have dive bombers and torpedo bombers, and Hosho can flood enemy too with the torpedo bombers. So most people will choose Hosho rather than Langley, because Langley people won't play Langley much due to the Langley damage. The average damage for Langley is simply quite very lesser than Hosho itself. The equipment for Hosho, right, is basically you will definitely this yes, personally I equipped this aircraft carrier modification 1, which is say okay, my speed is plus 20% and my aircraft is minus 10% on the torpedo bomber itself. Not very sure though. And for me, I choose the damage control item because personally tier 4 aircraft carrier will be most likely always met with those so called the rushing aircraft carrier enemy players. They will love to send their bombers towards your carrier, because not say they are noobs, but they are just a basic play. They just started their aircraft carrier gameplay, so they don't have much knowledge and on it. So that's why they will always send bombers, because nobody really created a very the wargaming on itself did not really created a very simplified basic tutorial for the aircraft carrier player itself. So normally players, they will just rush their bombers for the low tier towards enemy aircraft carrier player, which is a very troublesome. So for tier 4, you will surely want to choose this damage control because it minus 10% it plus 10% improve chances of getting fire and flooded. Not, I mean, the chances of getting fire and being flooded is lesser than that. And the third one will be the torpedo the torpedo defense one, I mean, which is to protect you from enemy dive bombers, not dive bombers, sorry, the enemy destroyers flooding you, because normally we will see enemy destroyers rushing aircraft carrier at low tier itself. And then we will proceed on to the ship skills itself. Wait, sorry. Oh my god. Alright, so we just go to armory. So personally, I choose for my ship skills, which is the the aircraft modifications, because the problem is I prefer my aircraft to be servicing more faster. And here it say my torpedoes bombers will minus 5% on my servicing time, plus the all the plus the plane itself fighters also minus, not fighters, I mean bombers also minus 5%, which is much better than that. So for tier 4 aircraft carrier you will surely need this itself. And this is the tier 4 elite aircraft carrier, the stats itself. And let's proceed on to tier 5. Sorry, hold on. Alright. Okay. So, sorry. Alright, let's proceed to tier 5. This is the tier 5 Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier Zuiho. And let's proceed on to the equipment modifications. So personally for this is much better. Zuiho is much better than Hosho, because Zuiho carry 2-ton dive bombers plus 1-ton torpedoes bombers. Much better than the boats, I would say. However, some people say boats are more fun because boats carry 1-ton dive bombers and 1-ton torpedo bombers. But personally, in my opinion, is that both carriers are actually, there's no disadvantage and no advantages. They are just average only, both carriers. So for Zuiho, this equipment modification is much better because right here I choose another on my servicing, which is minus 10% on my aircraft servicing. And they also give you the plus 20% on your torpedo bombers capacity, plus minus 10% on the torpedoes bombers flying, but minus 10% on your torpedo flying speed, which is not a very useful equipment. And for the dive bomber, it's the same itself. There's no difference. You just choose which one you like. But personally, I prefer servicing because in aircraft carrier gameplay, we are talking about time itself. Time is the crucial, and there's not a single second to waste on it because you are the team support. If you miss one, crucial timing, that means you are going to make your team lose. So the essential air support for you is very important towards your team. And the second equipment I will choose the same, the damage control plus 10% against to minus the chances of getting flooded and the fire as well. And for this, personally, I choose this plus 5% on my shift on my speed because I prefer to, let's say, chase up with my friends and my fleet mate itself when I play with them. You can choose the damage control item also. It just, the items are just depend on, let's say, how it suits well you play. I mean, it, let's say, being constructive towards your gameplay. Just choose the item that is being good towards your gameplay, being constructive towards it. And the ship skill itself, personally, I choose the same as well, the aircraft modifications, where it minus 5% on my servicing speed, minus 5% on my torpedo servicing, and minus 5% on my dive bombers as well. It's the same, because as I say, these and these are not important. You don't need the bonus, you don't need the additional speed because you're not a destroyer, but you're just an aircraft carrier, which is a backbone of your team itself. Being a carrier, being an air support itself, there's nothing for you having this. And let's proceed on to tier 6. So this is the tier 6 Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier Ryujo. Oops. Ryujo, yes. So the Ryujo, for tier 6 aircraft carrier above, you will have one more additional squadrons, which is the fighters. So tier 6, the Ryujo carry 1-ton fighters, 2-ton dive bombers, and 1-ton torpedo bomber towards itself. And right now you can see here. So for the equipment, I personally choose the same stuff. Because to me realize that the Japanese aircraft carriers, the planes, their fighters are not very effective against the US Navy aircraft carriers fighters, because the US Navy aircraft carriers, their fighters are more powerful and more stronger than the Japanese fighter planes itself. So choosing these fighter modifications one is not likely going to improve towards helping towards your fighters shooting down enemy planes. So as I say, you are the backbone of a fleet, you are the team support, you are the air support, you are very important. So choosing this is the most important, which is the service, the minus 10%, the ground servicing, which is minus 10% on your plane servicing, minus 10% on your torpedoes and dive bombers servicing itself, which is mostly everyone will choose it. The second stuff I will choosing is the damage control. So it's the same stuff, and because I don't choose the entire, because the Japanese aircraft carrier entire equipment is not very, is let's say it's not very useful or effective itself. The third equipment I'll be choosing is the surface detection, because in tier 6 we will be you will be seeing a lot of planes flying around and ship itself. So the most essential is the surface detection, where it minus 10% on my consumer. So the chances of me getting detected by enemy planes or enemy ships from far range is, let's say, is getting lesser than that. Or you can choose the plus 5% of speed if you want to chase off your friends, or you can choose this as well on your torpedoes. The defensive one, which is help to reduce you getting flooded when you have a torpedo hit by towards enemy destroyers or enemy torpedo bombers. But personally, I would recommend the service detections. Let's proceed on to tier 7. Hiryu aircraft carrier. Hiryu is much fun. After tier 6, people say aircraft carrier is not fun already, but nope, that's not true. After tier 7, aircraft carrier Hiryu is more fun and more interesting. Let's say why. Because well, the reason is Hiryu carry 2 time dive bombers, 2 time torpedo bombers, and 1 time fighters, which compared to the US carrier Ranger carry 1 time dive bomber, 1 time torpedo bomber, and 1 time dive bomber, which make people more think that the Hiryu is much better, because due to carry more squadrons, and which means more damage than the US Navy itself. But the fact is US Navy also can deal with the same average damage as Hiryu. It just depends on the ship's stats itself and the players' skills and tactics itself. But to me, I prefer Hiryu because I like to control more squadrons, and also it's very cool for it, and also can do a lot of damage. So for the equipment, personally, I choose the same stuff as well, minus 10% on my ground servicing, because as I say, time is crucial, everything is crucial. Time is important, yeah. So it's just, you just say minus 10% on the ground servicing, 10% on the torpedoes and dive bombers plane servicing, and the same usual as the damage control. But if you want, you can buy the minus 25% on the fire the reduction on it, to prevent you getting set fire from the ignited fire from the enemy destroyers or dive bombers when they bomb you or hit you with the HE shaft itself. Or you can choose the anti-air modifications one, where your small anti-air caliber plus 10% on their effective range, which most likely to me is not very useful on the Hiryu, so I will personally not very highly recommend it. And the same just stuff is minus 10% on the consumer, because as I say, surface detection is very important. So the thing is, if you have this, you can run away from enemy. If you, let's say, you're the only one left in your team itself, or you are being near in a team with better ships. But with this, sometimes enemy cannot spot you because you are being concealed. Not say sometimes, like I say, enemy better ships are near your range, but they can't detect you because your concealment rate is much let's say higher, so the chances of getting detected is very slim. Although it's 8 km though. Once a battleship spot me 8, once a battleship reach around 8 km plus, 8 clip plus, that means I will getting spotted. But yeah, that's not a problem though for aircraft carriers, unless they are the one who always rush A, rush B. Next one will be the tier 8 aircraft carrier Shokaku. Alright, Shokaku is more fun because Shokaku carry 2-ton fighters, 2-ton dive bombers, and 2-ton torpedo bombers. That's where the interesting part is coming. Man, normally people will do a lot of damage in this carrier because this carrier is very superior. But the thing is, the US Navy aircraft carrier, the tier 8, the Lexington, is also very good as well. I can see some people play very good, some people play very bad on it. And like my friends, the Retribution is good in the aircraft carrier Lexington. Taffy also, not Taffy, sorry. Yeah, it's Taffy. Or we call the Neko guy. Yeah, he also play the aircraft carrier for quite good itself for his Lexington. For the Shokaku equipment, as usual, it's the same. Minus 10% on the ground servicing. The minus 10%. For this Shokaku, the anti-air equipment you actually need because the Shokaku anti-air is much better than Hiryu. So personally, instead of me choosing the the damage control or the minus 25% reduction on fire, I choose the plus 10% on my small AA caliber effective range to increase on my anti-air effective on it. And I choose the third equipment. I choose the minus 10% on the equipment. Not I mean the consumer. So where people cannot spot me easily also. As usual, there's nothing wrong with it. And for the ship skills, I personally choose the torpedo HP plus 3% and my torpedo plane servicing minus 8%. The reason why I don't choose dive bombers is because Japanese aircraft carrier dive bombers and torpedo bombers, the advantage and disadvantage is Japanese dive bombers are always the one to getting knocked out first because I don't know why. That's the I really don't know why the dive bombers are usually the one to be getting knocked out instead of the torpedo bombers. So normally I always send my dive bombers towards the enemy cruisers or the battleships. They are the one who always getting knocked out. Knocked out first, the dive bombers. Then the torpedo bombers, they have more chances of getting survival. So if you send 8 torpedoes bombers to a tier 8 plus cruisers or battleship, you only get like 1 or 2 torpedoes bombers getting destroyed itself instead of whole squadrons. But if you send 8 dive bomber squadrons towards the enemy cruisers or battleships, you will likely see 1 squadrons or maybe more than 1 squadrons getting destroyed itself. So my recommend is choose the torpedoes. You will personally like it. And lastly is my tier 9 Taiho aircraft carrier. This one is also nothing. Let's say it's much better, I'll say, but it just there's no difference in the squadrons. It just there's 2-time fighters, dive bombers, and torpedoes bombers, so there's no difference. And personally, I choose the equipment is the same. Ground servicing minus 10%, everything minus 10%. For me, I choose the minus. For me, I should choose the A modification, but instead I choose this minus 25% because I normally see on high tiers, I see enemy players like to send their dive bombers towards, let's say, towards me. I don't know why. I just getting special, maybe I don't know, but personally I choose this to prevent me being set on fire for enemy dive bombers. But if you want, you can choose the A modifications or the damage control. It's just up to you. And for me, it's the same. I choose minus 10% itself on my consumer, so I won't get detected. And personally, I think Japanese aircraft carrier is very fun and it's very easy to maneuver and to handle on it. It just maybe some players they really not sure on how to handle a lot of squadrons because aircraft carriers for US is more easy due to less squadrons on it, but for Japanese they are more on it. So there's a difference tactical gameplay. So now I'll be playing some games with my friends and I'll be talking how on it. Yep, we're ready. Hey. So right now alright, so I'll be playing my tier 6 Ryujo aircraft carrier. So this will be Sir Bothersome with me and is very cute with me. So Sir Bothersome is good on the Japanese cruisers and Baby Cute is good on the US destroyer, but Sir Border have tier 9 Ibuki and Baby Cute have tier 7 Mahan. So right now, without further ado, let's go. So we are seeing a lot of activities in the Asia server, especially in mid tiers. Maybe due to today is the public holiday or since it's an international working day, or we also call known as the Labor Day. Alright, so there's nobody, so we are seeing boats. So for okay, we have Aoba, we have Buki, Frigate, Fuso, and the Ryujo on the opposition force itself. So as usual, I will move my aircraft carrier and I will send my dive bombers first. Normally people will like to send their fighters, which is not very highly recommended on it. And I will now move my carrier towards my right side, towards the starboard side. For the bombers itself, it's best that you knock out the enemy bigger ship itself, especially since it boats. But if it's a player, then it's advised that you take out enemy destroyer as soon as possible. So the reason why you take out a real enemy player destroyer is the chances of your team itself being ambushed or being destroyed by the enemy destroyers will be getting slimmer. So right now I have set 2 fire and 1 flooding on the Aoba. Not sure why going merry-go-round. And I guess the Aoba is down. Alright, that's good news. Let's chase another ship. This Aoba. Maybe this. And just send it. Alright, my fighters is just sitting down. Let's see if I can get him. Come on. Is that? Oh no. That freaking trial. Alright, so it's usually happen right now. Okay, so we have an enemy battleship right there. Yep. Oh, well, I guess we failed it. So we have the enemy cruisers and so we have the enemy Fuso is down. Now left the Aoba right there. Now sending my torpedoes more towards it. Let's hope he's not doing any 360. Alright, that's good. Now send my dive bombers towards the Aoba. Oh, my fighter got knocked out. And my fleet mate got him. Oh my god, there's no fire. So you can judge on the enemy position by seeing where is he going to. Never mind. At least we won. So 1,000 points. Yep, we won the game. So that's how you play a aircraft carrier, but that's a boat. So I was hoping some players, but maybe let's try for next strikes. Alright, so now we have enemy real players right now. Tier 6 aircraft carrier independence. They have 2 battleships, one Furutaka, one another tier 5 cruiser, 2 Fubuki. This is very alright. So let's get on it. Sending my dive bombers first, as usual. And then my torpedo bombers. Fire towards me. So you see, the enemy always send the fighters itself, which is not my style. Where is enemy ships? So we have a destroyer. Let's get on him. Send on fire. So apparently enemy aircraft carrier is striking for me. This is very dumb methods on it. Not sure why she's trying to do so. But that's so I guess one torpedo hit on me. That was a very dumb move. So apparently we shot on their Fubuki, very nice. Now we're going to take out the Fubuki, since it's going to camp right there. Very big. Is he moving? No, I don't think he's moving. Yeah, pretty much your move. Yes, he's moving. I bring him. So apparently he's too late. 1, 2, 3. Got him. That's how we take out enemy destroyers. Just joking. Alright, the reason why I take out the Fubuki because he's posting a threat towards my base. Right now I can go for. Right now there's one less threat down, which is the enemy destroyer is being down. So now I can focus on the Furutaka. I'm going to help my friend kill itself. Where the hell is my fighter? Right now you see the enemy bombers are just being dumb. Not sure what he's trying to do, but he's just going to chase. But he's just going to send his torpedo bombers towards me again. Right now there's an enemy destroyer on my left side. Going to turn to starboard side. Let's try to take out the Furutaka. Oh boy. Alright, the Furutaka is down. Now let's turn to port side and target the battleship itself. I think I saved my friend. Alright, the thing will be send towards the Fuso. Fuso really don't have a very decent aircraft anti-air itself. So we have the enemy planes is coming towards my friend, so sending my fighters towards it. Not sure how come that guy got 2 ton fighters. I guess that's a bug. Because independents only carry 1 ton fighter squadrons. Yeah. Yeah, it should be carry 1 ton fighter squadrons though. Yeah, that must be a bug. So the Fuso is being a sitting up target. Not sure why is he stopping right there. As a battleship player, you are not allowed. Not you're not allowed. You shouldn't play like that. You are just being a open city target towards everyone. This is a very, 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 very dumb move. I guess the Fuso is mine. Yep. Bravo Zulu. Alright, let's take out the enemy fighters right there. Where was the... What the heck? I think that carrier is lagging. The fighter is not even killing. Look at... Look at... Yep, he's lagging. Definitely. But look at... Oh my god. Yep, he's lagging. Definitely. Right, so 3 of my torpedoes hit the independents. Swing right. Sending my dive bombers again. That's so I can sing. Oh, guys, maybe not. There's not enough time. Yeah, not enough time. Yeah, that was a good one. 44 points for them. That was a good match on it. Very good one. So the enemy aircraft carrier did the top damage for 13,000 damage. Not sure why, but using your bombers to chase me for the first strike is not very nice. As in, it's already proof that towards other people that you are just being a dumb, not being a noob on it. But as I say, is his gameplay, so it's his own choice. That was fun. And I shifted you cute. Alright, so let's go for a second round. Before I proceed on to another aircraft carrier, which is the Hiryu, tier 7. Or maybe, let's see, on it. So just now I already show you guys how to play a tier 6 if being an effective aircraft carrier. For the first thing is, if you are VSing a full boats, you can choose any targets you like. But if you are VSing players, then your priority will be the destroyers itself. Where just now you already saw me bomb the Fubuki just now. Because destroyers are the real threats towards everybody. Everyone know that destroyers are just very fussy on it. Personally, I'm not a very. I don't play aircraft very much. I always play destroyers because personally I'm a destroyers specialties. I mean I specialize in playing destroyers, not on the aircraft carriers or battleships or cruisers. I only play the other classes for only let's say certain occasions only, or maybe just trying to unlock them. So right now we have the 3 cruisers, 1 destroyer, 2 battleships, and 1 aircraft carrier. But all are boats. So yep, that's chasing the Alba right there. Stay on fire. 2 on fire, not bad. That's okay. Then we fly him also. That's nice. So what's my fighters? Alright, my fighters are being drawn towards that. Saying towards mids. So I will head to C instead. Right, so we have another Alba and 1 Congo and 1 Fuso right there. There's a Nicholas right there. My friend's engaging. Maybe it's not. I think he will be busy taking out. Alright, so I'll take out the Nicholas. Oh, forget. Oh, never mind, there's Alba there. Okay. Run still is Q. The planes. Oi, that boat is going to do some tricky turns. Yep, see that boat is doing some tricky turns. Come on. At least 1, 2. Yeah, 2 hits. Alright, set fire on the Alba. I guess the aircraft carrier can let him. So the Alba is still alive. Maybe not. So we cannot focus on the Fuso there. So where did my torpedo bomber go? Oh my. Well, that was a fail. Forgot to control on that torpedo bomber, so it missed the target entirely. Okay, I set 2 fire on the Fuso right there. So the enemy aircraft carrier is down. Oh, he's dead. Alright. This should be getting a hit. Yeah, their battleship turn, that's why. Another fire on it. Time to use guns. Right, you got it. Okay. Alright, so not bad. Now we'll be using tier 7. So he'll be using the, let me guess, yep, the tier 7 premium battleship, the scanners, and Maha, my friend, cute. So we're using tier 7, there we are having 2 time dive bombers, 2 time torpedo bombers, and 2 time, let me guess, 1 time fighters, yep. So just now there was a boat, so for me personally, for boats, right, I don't really engage destroyers. I will just choose the bigger targets, which is the capital ships and the cruisers. Then for the real players, like real single players, I'll be choosing to engage destroyers rather than cruisers and battleships, because destroyers are the most important target. So right now it's a boats again, and enemy have Hiryu. Oh, they have a North Carolina and Amagi Nagato. Oh wow, it's a tier A match. So right now, as usual, I'll be tracking the capital ship. Sending my dive bombers again, as usual. And my fighters will be leaving on the mid itself. So if any planes cross the line, then they will automatically engage itself. Alright, let's take out the Amagi. So there's no fire on it. That's being set. So as you all can see, right, my dive bombers lost one on it, and my torpedoes bomber as well. But the thing is, the dive bombers was the first one to get thing destroyed instead of my torpedo bombers. So I think I just did a bad move because so many battleships and cruisers, so the anti-air was very too heavy on it. I need to distract some solo ships. Maybe the Miyako right there. So there's no flooding. Alright, the Miyako is down. Good job. So right now we can focus on the capital ships, which is the Amagi, the North Carolina, and the Nagato right there. So I guess I will choose to engage the Amagi. Oh, maybe not. North Carolina. Alright, setting on fire. As you can see, my dive bomber is down again, but my torpedo bomber is still alive at this moment. Oh, he's setting on fire. Alright, we got him. So we only left one, which is in Nagato right there. Oh wow, I lost all my dive bombers. Jesus, I hate the anti-air. Yeah, playing in tier 7, you have a limited air group, so beware on it. Alright, got the Nagato right there. Now left the enemy aircraft carrier. Wow, I have nothing much left on my planes. Only my torpedo bomber is my main squires now. Yeah, I think they won. Yeah, they'll kill it. Yep, we won. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, guys. So just now there was a all bots match. I mean, the AIs, the bots. But I was really hoping for a real player match. So let's see on it again, one more time. Guess there's no. I think it was laggy. Oops. Oh, there's funny players. Oh, but there are also bots as well. Oh, one box only. So we have 3, 2, 3, 8. Okay, enemy also have Hiryu. Interesting. So right now we've this really, let's say it's a player match. But for me, I will choose my Dark Boss to there. Sending my Dark Boss. Enemy fighters. Yeah, the enemy player is lagging. Wow, that plane is jumping. Jumping here. And the plane just teleport. Oh my god. Alright, start flooding on the cruiser right there. There's a cruiser right. Yep. 味方チームが海域を占拠した。爆撃機体出撃。爆撃機体発艦。雷撃機体発進。雷撃機体発艦。So we are going to engage the tier 8 cruiser right there. 味方チームが海域を占拠した。The premium cruiser. Oh no, mate, you should run. Cute run. Nah, he's dead. He's already dead. One more shot, that guy be dead. So apparently there's a Akatsuki right there. Oh my god, there's a full health Akatsuki. My new target is the Akatsuki Rider. Need to help the battleship. Oh my god. Come on, move, move, move.
爆撃機体出撃爆撃機体発進戦闘機体発艦距離を保て雷撃機体出撃雷
Oh
撃機
my
体
god.
発艦
There goes the battleship right there.
C 地点を防衛しろ D 地点を防衛しろ目標攻撃攻撃開始
So 6 torpedoes, one more hit towards that ship itself. So I'm gonna spot the destroyer there.
D 地点を防衛しろ了解雷撃機体発艦雷撃機体発進
So the enemy destroyers right there. So you have the enemy cruiser right there getting ready to strike me, I guess.
目標攻撃攻撃開始
Yep, I got him. Time to reverse and help them. Alright, send me my dive bombers again.
爆撃機体発進距離を保て
Nice one. Alright, time to engage the enemy aircraft carrier there.
いいぞ雷撃機体発艦雷撃機体出撃
So there's a destroyer on his 6. I guess he know as well.
我々のチームが勝ちそうだ
Oh my, oh
我々
my.
のチームが勝ちそうだ
So where is the... Oh, we won. Nice. So that's how we play as well. Right, me too, I gotta go, so... Alright guys, so that's conclude on my Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier basic tutorials and tips itself, also giving you some knowledge on the equipment modifications. And if there's nothing else, I think that's all for me for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe for it for some more amazing videos. And my next one will be the Shimakaze gameplay plus some advice and tips itself. That will be my next video. So if there's nothing else, happy International Working Days everybody, and good day and fast ease. See you all. Bye bye.